Is Kyrie Irving potentially ahead of schedule for his return this upcoming season? Plus, it's Trivia Tuesday here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. Here we go. Hey, what's up, DLLS Mavs Nation? It's your man, Kevin Gray, alongside Mavericks analyst Bobby Karalla and our national NBA insider, Mark Stein. We, of course, are DLLS Mavs, your favorite guys, cover your favorite team, especially at the beginning of September, boys and girls. Is Kyrie Irving ahead of schedule with his potential return for the Mavericks this upcoming season? Plus, it's Trivia Tuesday here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. Our guy, the Karalla-strator, Bobby Karalla, going to take us through some trivia a little bit later on in the show. Plus, we got some updates when it comes to what Klay Thompson had to say about the potential of the Mavericks this upcoming season. Bobby Karalla, happy Tuesday. What's going on?
Oh, my God. It's a tickled Tuesday for me, Kevin.
Oh, wow.
This was just a wonderful weekend. I'm feeling really good. Ready to start the week on hopefully a high note. This weekend was just fantastic. Family, friends, food,
An extra day off?
Oh, an extra day off. And last night, you know, I've never been much of a bath guy. Basically, there was about a 25-year stretch where I can remember taking a bath one time. I've just always been a shower guy, you know. But recently, over the last 4 to 5 months, I've started reincorporating baths into the mix. Usually I just take one a week, sometimes 2 if I feel like I really need it. Usually on Sunday night, you know, kind of close out the week that was, really set the tone for the week that's about to be. Now, I didn't do it this Sunday because yesterday was a day off, so I did it last night. Threw some Epsom salt in there, had a little bath bomb action. Mark, I know you're a big bath bomb guy, so you know what I'm talking about. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. This weekend was exactly what I needed.
Well, you sound refreshed and relaxed, so I'm happy to hear that coming off of a long Labor Day weekend. Mark Stein, how are we feeling on this Tuesday?
Don't think I will reveal as much about my weekend as Bobby just did there, but I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I didn't reveal that to anyone, all right? I just told you what I did.
It's just us and our closest friends that we're hanging out with.
Your favorite guys and your favorite
bath bombs.
Grooming routine.
That's right.
No bath bombs, really?
No.
No Epsom salt?
Mark strikes me as more of a candle guy, actually. I could see him, you know, lighting up a candle, you know, burning
candle and a bath. That is the way to go.
Well, there you go.
You like candles?
I do.
See?
I don't buy them, but I do like when Mrs. Stein brings one out. Yeah.
We need a Mark Stein candle review this upcoming season. We're going to put that on the content board. Mark Stein candle reviews later on this
I love candles so much.
That'd be awesome,
dude.
actually.
Oh, my God.
Speaking of awesome, we're going to have an awesome week here, awesome month here at DLLS Sports as we are kicking off our Big Brothers Big Sisters campaign. Starting today, boys and girls, you can right now, in lieu of Super Chats, donate to Big Brothers Big Sisters. It takes a little to be big. You can take a moment and you can join Big Brothers Big Sisters right now. Visit bbbs.org as well to get more information. But we are celebrating BBBS month here at DLLS Sports. Again, in lieu of Super Chats this week, you can donate. You can hit the donate tab that you see if you're watching our video live right now and donate to Big Brothers Big Sisters and help us out this week.
That you can.
That's right. And in fact, there's a guy, Jesse Holly. Jesse Holly, you see
nice
got
shirt.
his Big Brothers Big Sisters shirt on this week.
Nice shirt.
That's right. So make sure you see us supporting. You support us here at DLLS Sports this week.
All I'm going to say is, Mavs fans, y'all better catch up because the Cowboy Show, we took off this month on our donation.
That's true.
We heard in there. You heard.
Did.
So make sure.
Were you front twerking or back twerking or
body rolling?
Oh, wow.
Did you body roll? Wow. Jesse will do just about anything for money. Just about anything. That's right. Let's have some fun here today on our DLLS Mavs podcast. I got Tim Cato's off today. He'll be back with us later on this week, enjoying some time off himself before the start of
they got so much energy on the Cowboy Show. How do they do that?
It's because they take baths.
They're just
Mix Kavanaugh, Clarence Hill Jr., and Jesse
they're
Holly.
just a squad of live wires.
You'll get a lot of combustible elements happening on that particular show.
Welcome back, Sarah.
That's right. Shout out to Sarah, who has spent all her time in Europe, all her money and all her time in Europe. I'm just joking. We enjoyed living vicariously through you because look like
Good morning, good afternoon, Enrique too.
That's right. So let's
look at that Kerry Matthews comment. Is that real? Is that true?
Mark
wow,
Stein, I
let's
got
go.
one of your shirts from your time at the old radio station, the Freak there.
Kerry Matthews, we might need to see a picture. Can they post? They can't post pictures in these chats, though, can they? Sarah back from Europe.
She says, "I trust everyone has been well
Sarah
behaved."
complained when I didn't reach out to her when I went to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Why didn't she invite us to Europe?
She did.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh,
We had a whole conversation about it. No, she didn't invite us. I'm just joking.
oh, okay.
Just kidding.
We
talked about her
Twilight
trip.
Zone.
Yeah, no, we talked about her trip. Yes, for sure. She said she spent all the money. Yes, definitely spent all the money.
I want a full report on that.
Well,
She probably went a lot of cool places that we had.
if you followed her on Twitter, you would see all the cool places that she went to.
I don't have her Twitter address. I need her Twitter address. I didn't realize she's posting it all.
Your
Sarah,
boy
you know-
Charlie Saturday, first Big Brothers Big Sisters donation, $5.
Shout out Charlie
Charlie
for
Saturday.
Thank
Started
you.
us off.
Charlie
Thank you so
Saturday.
much, Charlie, getting us kickstarted with
Our favorite
Big Brothers.
Wisconsin
That's right.
night.
We may talk about the Bucks a little bit later on in the show as well. But could the Mavericks really start Cooper Flagg at point guard? We are exactly 4 weeks away, boys and girls, from training camp opening in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, for your Dallas Mavericks this upcoming season. And there's going to be a lot of discussion about what the starting lineup is going to look like. Cooper Flagg, of course, the #1 overall pick with this team. D'Angelo Russell now a part of this team as well, joining in free agency. So what does this starting lineup look like as Kyrie Irving makes his return eventually to this Mavericks team? Bobby, could we actually see the #1 overall pick be playing point guard this upcoming season for this team?
Maybe.
Would you want to see that in some respects?
Me personally, no.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Like, if he is able to, sure, but I don't know that that's in his skill set right now, so I wouldn't try and force it. Like, I've said this 1,000 times already. J Kidd is talking about wanting to make Cooper uncomfortable and the way that he did with Giannis, but whenever they were making Giannis uncomfortable, the Bucks won like 34 games or something. I mean, they were horrible the first year that Giannis played point guard because Giannis was playing point guard. But that paid off the following year and the year after, and obviously still is paying dividends now. Giannis is one of the best players of all time. So, if you want to put Cooper through this gauntlet, basically to see if he can figure it out, it's probably going to cost you a lot of games, and they're not in a position to lose a lot of games right now. Their margins are already paper thin, so that's why I would personally not want them to do that. But I mean, if it's February and 3 guys are hurt, and he's already he's regularly dishing out 7 or 8 assists in a game anyway, sure, yeah, see what happens.
So, we recently mused about the starting lineup. Point guard, I don't know that we'll actually see him outright playing the point guard, but, we talked, the last time we got into this, as I remember it, we discussed, will Cooper start at the 2 with PJ at the 3, or does Klay start at the 2 with Cooper at the 3? Because if you start Cooper and PJ, there's just not enough shooting. And so my sense is nothing has been firmly decided. I think because of the shooting concerns, Klay has an excellent chance to start. But I do think that at some point that the starting lineup will be tested at some point with Cooper at the 2 and PJ at the 3. I feel pretty strongly about that. And yes, the last time we talked about centers, I think the Corellistrator got worried because I posed the question, would Gafford start over Lively given the injury-laden summer? Yeah, so
you are talking to the captain of the Derek Lively fan club, Mark.
It's
And
what
I'm,
I said
second
is,
on that train
but what I said,
we're co-captains.
Yeah, we're co-captains on that train.
what
for
I
sure.
what I wondered aloud had nothing to do with not liking Derek Lively. It's purely a function of he's had some serious injury woes all of last season that carried beyond last season. So my question purely was, is he going to be ready to be a starter at the start of the season? But I have been told that yes, the the hope, the strong hope, if everything goes right, Derek Lively should be the starter when the season starts. But again, everything has to go right, and we have to see him in camp. What is the state of him physically when camp begins, which amazingly is at the end of this month. We can say that.
Well,
now.
what else
4
have you
weeks
been
from today.
told?
I thought that was a lot.
No, you said you've been told that. I just want to know what else. What other stuff do you know, man?
He's trying to coax that much more. out of me.
Divulge.
That's as far as we're going to go on the lineup today.
Oh wow, okay.
But
The reason that
who knows? Who knows? It's early in the week, day one of the new week.
Skill set wise, putting him there is also kind of weird because I don't really like the idea. At this point, your 3 best shooters are Kyrie, Klay, and D'Lo. Kyrie's out already. So are you really going to roll out a starting 5 that has one or none of your best shooters for like 50 games? Like that is really, really risky. Now, I'm assuming in this example, if Cooper's the 1, then Klay is probably the 2. You're probably not starting D'Lo. But then you really only have 1+ shooters still unless Cooper proves to be that. So, like, I don't know. I want as much shooting as possible.
So that kind of leads me to the next kind of portion of question that is, so what would be more difficult then, having Cooper Flagg start as your point guard or bringing Klay Thompson off the bench? Because if you're going to have a lineup that features Cooper Flagg at point guard, are you going extra jumbo big with P.J. Washington, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively? Like, how big are you going with a lineup like that? So what would be more difficult, having Cooper play point guard or having Klay Thompson come off the bench when it looks at this team? Having Cooper play point guard at this point? Because I think you've been on the Klay Thompson come off the bench train.
I don't. We'll see, man. I mean, when was the last 18, 19-year-old guard, primary playmaker, guy, ball handler, creator that led his team to the playoff? I mean, it doesn't.
Even LeBron
happen.
didn't do that.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
you know,
it doesn't happen all that often.
So it would make it tough for the team, I think. But again, he could prove to be super good right away.
And I think one of the reasons why I think this is such an interesting discussion, especially when we get closer to training camps, because this team has a lot of variety, but particularly when it comes to their front court and how those lineups will start to look, not just starting lineups, but closing lineups as well, given that Anthony Davis is going to want to be playing primarily the 4 this year, starting next to and playing with a center, whether it be Lively or Gafford. And then you've got the P.J. Washington, Cooper Flagg discussion as well. What does P.J. Washington's role start to look like if not only he's going to remain on this team, but also is he going to be starting alongside Cooper Flagg, where you have him potentially at the 2 in terms of Flagg, or do you have PJ coming off the bench with Klay starting at the 2 alongside D'Angelo Russell? So I think, Mark, there's a lot of different ways to look at this lineup, but when you look at what this could be, what would be your starting 5 to roll out the start of the season if you were looking at this team and what's on it right now? Who would you start?
Well, because of the shooting concerns, I would want Klay out there. So I guess I would lean towards Klay starts, PJ off the bench. But I just think also health is going to be a huge part of it, obviously.
Yeah.
This group hasn't been together yet. And so we're talking about some, Cooper Flagg is obviously the marquee newcomer, but D'Lo is very new. So 2 new starters at a minimum, no Kyrie for X amount of time. So there are still so many question marks that I would love to tell you on September 2nd that I could give you a clear answer, but I think we're just going to have to wait and see what happens in camp, what happens in the exhibition games. But we talk about it all the time. The playmaking and shooting, those are concerns. Do they have enough of both? And that's why they figured out a way to bring Exum back, because they want to have every conceivable option who can handle the ball and move the ball. I think Exum, Will, they're going to get chances to see if they can claim minutes because of that guard void right now with Kyrie starting the safe bet remains that we're not going to see Kyrie Irving until 2026. I mean, that is the safe forecast at this point.
Well, if you can stall for like 5 more seconds, I got something for you.
Oh, you do have something
5.
else. Right.
I just did it. I just did. Okay. So, never mind. I need 10 more seconds. Well, okay. How about this? The Mavs last season. So starting lineup, like every time we talk about this, and this is astutely so, viewers or commenters will say it's not about who starts, about who finishes games. And, it's true that most teams only play their starting five about 10 to 12 minutes a game. I mean, like in the playoffs, it's going to be more. Some teams that are real top heavy are going to play their starting five more. But generally speaking, the Mavs start the first 5 minutes of the game and then like the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's just bench dudes all the time flowing in and out. Last season, though, the Mavs were trailing at the end of 42 first quarters. Okay, they were 15 and 27 in those games whenever they were trailing at the end of the first quarter.
Wow,
which is actually like pretty good relative to the rest of the league. 15 and 27 means they were 24 and 16 last season whenever they led after the first quarter or were tied, which actually isn't that good. Teams win closer to like 70-75% of those games. There was one year where the Mavs they won like 92% of those games or something. Like, it is still very much a first quarter lead, and your starting lineup is playing about half of the first quarter together. And so if you're constantly, digging yourselves, there was a year, I think it was the 15-16 season. The Mavs ended up winning 42 games. They were the 6th seed, amazingly, but they got off to like a 9-4 hole every single game. Like every single game, they were spotting the opponent 5, 6, 7 points, and then JJ Barea and Devin Harris would come in, and suddenly things get a whole lot better. Like, you have to start games strong, because if you are playing from behind the whole game, it is really, really tough to win in this league.
So that could put a lot more on the bench units this upcoming year, which a lot of folks feel like the bench unit for the Mavericks is strong, which we'll get more into as we get closer to training camp. Remember, training camp opens on September 30th in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, for your Dallas Mavericks for this upcoming season. Let's take our first break here on our show today. When we come back, Kyrie Irving working out in New York City, what Klay Thompson had to say about the potential of the Mavericks this upcoming season, and what's going on with PJ Washington's contract situation. All that and more coming next year on the DLLS Mavs podcast. But if you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you want to show it off. And Branded Bills can help you do that with their custom apparel. Whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, or tees, Branded Bills has you covered with performance and style. Looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd? Branded Bills has you covered with the best custom headwear in the game today. You can start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel that you need and that you will obviously love. They have a partnership with 40 colleges as a part of their campus collection, including TCU, who got a massive win last night over Bill Belichick and the North Carolina Tar Heels. They got Texas Tech and Texas, who unfortunately lost this past weekend to the Ohio State University. But make sure you head to brandedbills.com and use code BBDLLS for 15% off your first order. Again, that's BBDLLS for 15% off your first order with Branded Bills today.
You a busy person, you got money in a lot of places. Well, Monarch Money is the platform for you. It is your own personal financial command center. I have used other options to track my spending and especially to track my investments in the past, and it is a lot of manually typing in what I've done. Well, with Monarch, any change that I make in any of my investment accounts or anything that happens with my 401k or my IRA or my checking or my savings account, anything automatically updates in here. It is just connected to and constantly talking to all of my money, all of my accounts, and then doing all the hard work for me so that I can just simply look at it and say, man, I made $7 million today. Or, I better consider other investments because things aren't going great for me right now. It takes all the stress out of it and just makes it such an easy and smooth experience for you. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code DLLS at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. Again, 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code DLLS.
Let's hop into the Mavs Corner here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. Coming up in our next segment, we'll dial up the Stein Line with our national NBA insider, Mark Stein, as we discuss quite a bit, especially when it comes to former Dallas Maverick Dirk Nowitzki. But before we get there,
I know that guy.
Yeah, we do know that guy. He's been on this show before as well. He's got some things happening here.
He's one of our own.
That's right. Coming up in 11 days that we'll get into in our next segment. But there's been some updates, of course, with this team, the present version of the Dallas Mavericks that we saw over the weekend. And we start with Dante Exum, who's officially back with this team. Our guy Mark Stein reporting that Dante Exum has officially re-signed back with the Dallas Mavericks after they stretched and waived Olivier Maxence Prosper, who Bobby, for the last time, is going to be commemorating on this show today. With the particular
For the last time ever?
Yeah, this is it. Omax no longer is on this team. So today we gave Bobby the opportunity to.
Starting tomorrow, it'll be no Max.
Yeah, officially.
What if he goes somewhere and plays great? You don't think we would talk about it?
Well, then I'm going to fire up the trade machine
to try to get him back here in Dallas. But yes, that is where we are in terms of Dante Exum officially being back on this team. Mark, when you look at how this came together, the Mavericks tried to search for a trade partner, weren't able to find one for Omax, and they decided that the waiving and stretching of his contract was the best route here.
It just became apparent that the only way they could trade him was to attach a second-round pick to it, and we got into this a bit last week. They only have 2 second-round picks that are tradable in the cupboard, as it were. I think it's 2030 and 2032. Like, you don't want to have to give up one of those.
Joe, what are you going to be doing in 2032? Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
So they needed a roster spot, as we've talked about. Like, they wanted Exum back to see if he can crack that rotation and give them some guard play while Kyrie's gone, because it is, D'Lo is new. B. Will, Exum, how much are they going to be able to, how effective will they be? Cooper Flagg, can he play some one as a rookie? I mean, there's just nothing but unknowns while they wait for Kyrie. So they decided this was the best way to create a roster spot. And yeah, it'll be, I mean, as we've talked about many, many, many times, the first time I ever worked with Bobby Carello was on a draft show on The Freak when the Mavs drafted Omax, a player I was not that familiar with, and Bobby Carello celebrated like his son just got drafted.
That's right. That's commemorated by the picture that we see.
We will never forget it. And if he goes somewhere and plays well, I know we'll talk about it.
I'll be sitting here.
This will not be this will not be the last time.
And I told you so.
I told you so.
That's right. Speaking of Kyrie Irving, Tanner, Kyrie Irving was in New York City at the NBA PA facility getting some work in as he makes his return to the Dallas Mavericks this upcoming year. This
sight for sore eyes.
This courtesy of Overtime on X. As you can see, if you're watching, we're going to be watching later, Kyrie Irving getting in some shooting work at the NBA PA facility there. If you're listening to the podcast, you can tell and go see on social media that he's working on some lefty shots as he works back from that torn left ACL that he suffered.
Looks pretty good on one leg, doesn't he?
In March. I mean, his lefty shot's going to be incredible. It already is incredible.
Everything he's doing is off the right leg, though, just to be clear.
Yes, everything that he is doing is off the right leg as you're watching here.
The funny thing about it, though, is like everything that he was doing in that video looked so slow, but in a pickup game of like you and your friends, he would still be moving so much faster than everybody.
That's very
All
true.
of their moves are just so fast that when they move close to human speed, like, is it in slow motion or something?
Yeah. This is your daily reminder that you're not an NBA player.
Yeah, like he must be recovering from like a devastating knee injury or something, because he's only moving like 20% faster.
Exactly. But obviously that got a lot of folks excited about seeing Kyrie back on the floor, as we are over 5 months now removed from his surgery that he had in late March to repair that torn left ACL. Mark, what's your reaction when you see Kyrie on the floor as we start to
that
see
I
him?
would love to know more. I mean, that's all we have to work on is that video. Media day will be the first time we get to ask him, and I think we all look forward to that, because really, only he knows how far along he really is. And I know he does streams all the time and provides updates there, but we really don't have a heck of a lot to go on to know what his status is.
You sub to his channel?
I do not.
Oh.
I wait for the many, many, many.
You have a Twitch account?
I do not. I actually once flirted with, should I go on there and do?
You should.
You should.
I would tune in.
You would?
I might hit you with my Prime.
Would a Stein Line
I'd hit you with the Prime
NBA
sub,
Goss Twitch channel?
I think you really underestimate the way that the people go nuts for your information.
But you guys, the DLS was such a wonderful thing in my life because the year before DLS, that whole season was the final season, the season they went to the finals. And I was sitting there thinking, shouldn't I have a Mavs pod? Like, I really should. But the problem is I can barely turn my phone on. How am I going to do my own Mavs pod? And then DLS came to town and they said, Stein, all you have to do is sit in a chair. The mic is already there. Tanner will do everything else. And I said, yes, this is my kind of show. Not me running my own Twitch stream where inevitably someone has to turn it on. So,
I mean, I'm sure your son would have helped you out with this.
Yeah, but he also wants to like go live his life, not just stay home and be my 24/7 IT department. So, no,
well, Kyrie is self-sufficient enough to figure it out.
That's right,
and we respect him for that.
Right. Well, he is. I am not. I am technologically terrible.
We are in the time frame. So, January is about 16 weeks away from now. So 4 months. You know. It would be neat, but
I will be shocked.
I'm not about to sit here and call my shot or anything, but
I'll be shocked if he returns before February. Like, that to me is the most optimistic.
But if you watch that video, you would say, "Oh, well, he's making fast." And that's the thing.
My favorite was like he's gonna be back by Christmas.
We just don't. We don't know. So like, yeah. I truly believe Media Day will be the first chance that we get to ask him timeline questions, and that doesn't mean he's going to like just reveal the exact timeline. It might not still even be known at that point, but I just think Media Day will be our first chance to kind of get some semblance of a timeline.
You got to run and you got to cut, you got to jump and land, and it's his left knee. He jumps off his left knee. Like you
got to progress to
still a ways away.
2-on-2 to 3-on-3 to 5-on-5. Like,
but it's a beautiful sight to see him with the ball in his hands.
Very much so.
Just I needed that.
As we know, we love watching Kyrie Irving play basketball. We've missed it for quite some time. So take your time getting back because we want to see a fully healthy Kyrie Irving.
Time-taking Tuesday.
You know, there you go. I like what you did there when it comes to Kyrie Irving. Also, when it came to Dante Exum resigning back, Olivia Max's Prosper being released from or away from this team, Kyrie Irving updates for him. What does Klay Thompson have to say about the potential of the Dallas Mavericks this upcoming season? Klay Thompson joined Michael Cooper on the Showtime or Michael Cooper podcast, discussing what he believes, Klay Thompson believes, is the potential of the Dallas Mavericks this season. Take a listen.
I mean, AD, when he's healthy, he's the best power forward, maybe of my generation. I mean, you've been able to see him up close with the Lakers. He is a two-way force. I mean, there's not many big men who can do what he does as far as his handle, his blocking shot ability, his freaking jump shot. And then you add in, I think we personally have the best front court in the NBA when we're healthy. Like, we have so much depth in the front court between PJ, Coop, Gaff, D-Live, and AD. And then getting a guy like D-Lo and having, guard depth, I'm just really excited.
Corella,
really,
your reaction?
He was cooking, and then he was like, and then D-Lo, guard depth. Like, all right, he did start. I mean, I think that we all kind of
like he always looks at the sunny side.
Oh yeah,
he's very optimistic.
He's a Mavs fan, dude. I love it.
Like, seriously, when you think about his year, he came here. The chance to play with Luka was a huge reason why Klay Thompson wanted to be a Maverick. That was a big part of the pitch. Yes, there was a friendship with Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie pitched him, and obviously he knew Nico and Jay Kidd, and I think it was Nico and Finley who made the recruiting visit. I mean, so, there were a bunch of reasons, but like he wanted to play with Luka. And when Luka was out before the trade, nobody suffered more from Luka's absence than Klay. And then obviously the trade happens, which nobody saw coming. Obviously that was not part of the recruiting meeting. Hey, Klay, in February we're going to trade Luka. Like,
well, so maybe.
I'm pretty sure that was not discussed. Yeah. So like, but whenever you hear Klay talk about the team, he's always very positive about.
They probably also do have the best front court in basketball.
I about to say that. The one thing I do agree with him on for sure is.
Do we have time for a quick piece of Michael Cooper trivia, or do we have to rush to break?
You got
it can
30
be quick.
seconds.
Yeah, it better be quick.
My very first basketball camp, the Butch Carter basketball camp, special guest Michael Cooper, and somewhere in the Saddleback Valley News Archives, there's a picture of little 8th grade Mark Stein.
Was that just like the best thing that ever happened?
I mean, at that point, it was the first time I'd ever been in a gym, inside a gym. It was.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was.
What year was it?
It was 82-ish.
So like it was
2-ish.
Oh, okay. So he was already like Michael Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, he was early in his Lakers career, but they had already won 2 titles, or was it 82, 83, somewhere in there.
Wow.
Charlie Saturday is disagreeing with Klay Thompson on the idea that Anthony Davis is the best power forward of his generation. He says that Giannis fella might have something to say about that.
I would agree with
that's what I'm.
that, but I mean, they're different kind
saying.
of players anyway. But, yeah.
Clay's sticking up for his teammate. I mean, that's just like he's just
respect Klay.
Respect for that. When we come back later on in our show, a little bit of update when it comes to PJ Washington, his contract extension as well. We'll find out what's going on there. But coming up next segment, we dial out the Stein Line here on the DLLS Mavs podcast, where we discuss this when it comes to Dirk and in a special event he's got coming up that'll feature a certain number 1 overall pick. All that and more coming up next year on the DLLS Mavs podcast.
Diehard time, folks. It is time to be a diehard. Join the football club. All right, so that is good that we're still running that. The football club intro offer is still, that's because football season is starting this week.
Thursday, boys and girls.
2 days away from Saquon Barkley running roughshod all over that miserable Cowboys defense.
We got support for the run game.
Horrific run defense.
We got Kenny Clark.
Linebackers the size of safeties and defensive tackles the size of linebackers. It is going to be brutal, but you can join the club to get that up close and personal front row seat to Clarence Hill's coverage. It's $36 for a year. There's 3 different shirts that you can choose from with this offer. I believe you can get that 88 Club shirt. The Den Boys, you can get a guy riding a Bronco, a bucking Bronco, not a Denver Bronco, and it can be yours. In addition to that, you also get written coverage of every team on our website at alldls.com. Clarence Hill and Ali Jawad on the Cowboys, Tim Cato on the Mavs, Sam Nestler, Sean Shapiro on the Stars, Jeff Wilson on the Rangers, who, by the way, the Rangers are just good now.
They won 9 of their last 10. They are
the Rangers
rolling
are just
right
really
now.
good now.
Only a game and a half out of the 3rd wild card spot.
They can't decide, is the season over or not. It's a bunch of minor leaguers right now, and they cannot lose.
They can't lose. Jock Peterson is finally an actual MLB player now.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
So, if you want coverage of that, hey, becoming a diehard is the best way to do it. If you want access to the diehard Discord, hey, becoming a diehard is the only way to do it. And if you want a discount on events, if you want a discount on merch, outside of the shirt that you get for free whenever you sign up, hey, becoming a diehard is the only way to do that. And if you want a physical diehard card,
that's my part.
That's
my part. My bad. That's my part.
If you want the physical diehard card, then becoming a diehard is the only way to do it.
That's right.
Alldls.com, scan the QR code for more info.
And got it in. Let's go. Let's dial up the Stein Line here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. Our guy, Mark Stein, live in studio with us. We're just 4 weeks away, boys and girls, from training camp opening for your Dallas Mavericks, which means you can start to smell some basketball in the air. Or if you're like Sarah, you've already been watching basketball because Eurobasket is well underway. Speaking of Charlie Saturday's guy, Giannis, dealing with a little bit of knee soreness. Got to watch out for that. But so far, Eurobasket's been pretty good. But before we get to that, talk a little bit about Dirk Nowitzki, because we'll get to Dirk, but also some unfortunate news in the basketball world today as a titan in the basketball industry, particularly with Nike passing away today.
Yeah, George Raveling passed away. I believe he was 88, and this is one of the giants of the game. A great coach before his many, many years with Nike, and he had a pretty large role in the early days of Dirk Nowitzki making it to the United States that maybe not everybody is aware of. So at this point in, it's the late 90s, and George had been a coach at Iowa, USC, great college coach, but he had moved to Nike. And I didn't even know all of this until recently, but first Dirk was invited to a camp of top international players in Paris, but he was injured at the time. He was actually on crutches with this injury. And so he couldn't participate in the camp, but Holger and Dirk actually traveled to France just to meet George Raveling and just to start that relationship. And then the Nike Hoop Summit in 98, which some of this has been told, maybe some of you guys have read about it. Our guy Tim McMahon did a really nice oral history on that game for ESPN that you should check out if you're a Dirk fan and kind of want to revisit some of this stuff. But at the time, this was the 97-98 season, March of 1998. Dirk was playing for his hometown team, the X-Rays in Würzburg, and they were up for promotion to the first division, and they had never been a first division team. And the promotion playoffs clashed with the Hoop Summit, and Dirk and Holger really came up with this idea that we have to go to the Hoop Summit, and George Raveling was urging them, Dirk's got to play in this. This is the world stage for him. And very controversially at the time in Germany, nobody here knew anything about it. Dirk sneaked away from his team when they were going for promotion to come here to play in San Antonio. So he comes to Dallas for the week. We heard this at the finals when Don Nelson told all the stories about how Donnie Nelson arranged for the world team to practice in Dallas, and only the Nellies got to see these practices, and Dirk was blowing up, and they fell in love with him instantly and tried to convince Dirk, don't play in this game. And of course, Dirk played in the game in San Antonio. But George Raveling was a big part of Dirk's first trip to the United States. And look, that game, 33 points, 14 rebounds. That was the game that Dirk Nowitzki announced himself to the world. And I still, all these years later, we're closing in on 30 years later. I just to this day cannot believe that Dirk could have dominated the Hoop Summit like he did and still slipped to 9th. Like, the secret was out at that point. Like, you don't need workouts. The guy just went for 33 and 14 against the best American players his age. Like, what more do you need to see? And how fortunate are the Dallas Mavericks that he slipped to 9th? If you do that draft over again, he should have gone higher than 9th, dare I say.
He could have gone 6th, but they traded down.
Yeah,
they called their shot, Mark. An all-time swindle.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest draft day heists ever.
No disrespect to Robert Traylor or the Milwaukee Bucks. Sorry, Charlie.
Well, Charlie just catching it all today, huh?
They made the trade.
They
made the trade.
They did make the trade, and still was able to get 41, who of course played for 2 months.
That's one of my favorite what ifs to think. What if that Hoop Summit performance happened now? How
he'd probably be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Like, how crazy would it be?
Yeah, if he had those kinds of numbers against that kind of competition in today, he probably would have been the number 1.
Well, it's just weird anyway, because nowadays he wouldn't need to play in the Hoop Summit to be known, because it would just be all his games would be on TV, even if he was playing in the German second division.
And by the way,
every game Killian Hayes
I should
played.
add to that. I should add to that story. The X-Rays got promoted without their star player. They still got promoted and went up to the first division.
And they said, Dirk, we don't want you back. We don't need
and you know what? They did get over
better
it
off
and take him back because 6 months after that was my first trip to Germany, because the lockout was going on. And in those days, and I shouldn't say those days because it still happens in these days, those were the early days of my September trips to England to go watch soccer. And so the lockout's going on, and I begged the morning news. I said, listen, I know you guys think I'm trying to pull a fast one on you, but I'm not. Going from Manchester to Frankfurt is like going from Dallas to New York. If you just pay to send me to Germany for 2-3 days, I promise I will come back with a good story. And so I convinced the morning news, and they said, okay, during your vacation, take 2-3 days, go to Germany. And so I flew from Manchester to Frankfurt, and I saw Dirk play a back-to-back Friday night at home on a linoleum white court at home. And then the second night of a back-to-back, and I hope I'm remembering this right. It was either a back-to-back or that part I'm now doubting myself. But the
court was made of that?
It was white. I mean, I can't see that picture, but it was
just like some garbage fake looking wood.
It was weird. It was weird.
Did the ball even bounce?
It did. And then the road game was at Hagen. And Hagen was 3 hours away. So I was like, how am I going to get to Hagen? And I convinced Holger Geschwindner to give me a ride. 6 hours on the Autobahn back and forth.
Wow.
With Holger Geschwindner. And that was my first experience with covering 41.
We need the book. I need the book. Between you, Chill, I need books. I need books. That's what I need. Speaking of Dirk has his annual tennis tournament every year, and this year going to be taking place once again on September 13th. And a certain number one overall pick is going to be part of the celebrity roster this year. Cooper Flagg going to be part of Dirk Nowitzki's annual tennis tournament.
Cooper seems like a guy that's played some tennis.
He's competitive, so I'm not surprised that Cooper Flagg's going to be a part of this because he's just uberly competitive. Klay Thompson was a part of it last year. Cooper Flagg going to be a part of it this year. So big name joining Dirk and his.
Yeah, so you got Cooper coming to the tennis. I think he's I don't know exactly how much tennis will be played. I mean, Nash will be out there for sure playing.
Yep, Steve Nash is going to be out there once again.
Tennis has become his number one sport.
Amazon Prime Video buddies now.
They've got Coco Vandeweghe, former top 10 player, Grand Slam champion in doubles. She'll be playing. But just it's really cool that Cooper will be at the event. I don't know the specific exact capacity, but September 13th is Dirk's tennis event. Cooper Flagg is committed to be there. October 1st, I think, is when the Mavs are unveiling the court.
That's right.
They're installing in Würzburg in honor of Dirk. And so you got Dirk Nowitzki and some Mavs interactions in a 2-3 week stretch of time. I'm sure that makes Bobby Carella happy.
I love my Dirk.
I think it makes a lot of Mavs fans happy with Dirk and the organization continuing to move forward here, given what has obviously transpired over the last several months. But that's going to be a fun time with Cooper Flagg participating. I'm excited to see what Cooper Flagg's tennis stroke looks like.
Well, like I said, I'm not sure that he's playing, but I don't know. I really don't know.
As we finish up here on the Stein Line here today, we didn't get to it the last segment, but obviously I wanted to touch on it real quick. PJ Washington, of course, became eligible for his 4-year, nearly $90 million contract extension this past Friday. No deal has been done yet. Stein, where are we when it comes to Washington and his contract situation as we move now into the month of September?
I would love to tell you I have an update. I really don't have an update. He's been eligible for the contract extension since Friday. I reported before Friday that the expectation is that a deal is going to get done, a deal in some form. He's eligible for 4 years, almost $90 million. But since Friday, I haven't heard anything further. So I will keep chasing to try to get more. But I don't have the update that Kevin Gray wanted.
No, it's fine because I mean, there's a lot of updates I think we'll be looking for over the next few weeks. Jason Kidd and his contract extension, what that looks like, and how that potentially gets done before the season starts. There's a lot of things from a contractual standpoint that this team is still looking to take care of, whether it be PJ Washington, Jason Kidd, and others. So don't worry, we've got a whole lot of month of September to get to all these things when it comes to the Dallas Mavericks because they're right around the corner.
And PJ and his GM also both appeared in some videos this weekend.
They did.
Now, we here at DLLS Sports, we don't plan on talking about that stuff. But if you donate $100 to Big Brothers Big Sisters, I'll let you know exactly what I think about both of those videos. All right? So,
gauntlet thrown down.
We're about to take a 2-minute break and then come back for some trivia.
If you make it 200, I'll give you my thoughts on it, too.
Oh, all right. Okay. And for 5,000, Mark Stein will tell you what he thinks. You have 15 minutes.
Let's take our final break here on our show today. When we come back, it's Trivia Tuesday, boys and girls. The Career Illustrator gonna try
on a Tuesday even.
That's right. He's gonna try to stump us with some Mavs trivia. You can play along too. Coming up next on the DLLS Mavs podcast.
First, I want to tell you about the Ball Knower bonus. So if you go to the DLLS Sports Locker, it's where all of our merch is. There's going to be a little pop-up that shows up right there called the Ball Knower bonus. And there's a lot of different ways to prove that you know ball. There's so many different options. Basically, the way this works is you can pick either the outcome of a game, or you can predict the Cowboys' total passing yards versus the Eagles. And if you get it right, or you can choose who you think will win between Michigan and Oklahoma, and all sorts of other things. You activate that bonus, and then you spend at least $25 on our side, or if you want to get some CHGO or PHOY or PHNX or DNVR gear, you can do that. If you spend at least $25 and you get your prediction correct, then you are immediately gifted a gift card worth what you just spent. So you can basically double your merch order. 2 for 1. How about that? A little 2 for 1.
I like it.
All right. It's a great deal. I encourage you to check it out again. Go to the DLLS Locker and activate that Ball Knower bonus.
Want to let you know, next week is going to be a little different, at least for me, on this show, because I will be in Las Vegas doing some special things for DLLS Sports and the ALLCITY Network. Canelo versus Crawford taking place next Saturday, September 13th. I, yours truly, along with shout out GM Ben, we will be in Las Vegas covering the Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Bud Crawford undisputed super middleweight championship fight taking place at Allegiant Stadium. So you can follow me at Kevin Gray Sports, and of course all things here at DLLS Sports.
How'd you get that gig?
I'll tell you off air. And yeah, we're gonna be having some fun.
He actually won a fight to get to go to the fight.
There we go. But yes, make sure you follow DLLS Sports. You can follow myself at Kevin Gray Sports. It's going to be covering Canelo versus Crawford. It's September 13th in Las Vegas. Fight taking place at Allegiant Stadium. So excited to get out to Las Vegas. I'll be there starting next Wednesday through Sunday. So looking forward to doing that. I'm sure I'll call in a few times during the show that we have here on DLLS Mavs, of course. Let's finish up here as Bobby's going to try to stump us with some trivia.
I'm not going to try. I feel good about these ones.
You feel good about the ones you got today?
I feel really good about these ones.
You can play along with our Mavs trivia. It is Trivia Tuesday here on our show. And without further ado, let's go, Career Illustrator. Let's see what you got.
All right. So we've been talked about Dante Exum. We talked about Kyrie. We've been talking about all sorts of, we were talking about Germany,
That's
Dirk.
Right.
You know, obviously we talk about Luka all the time here, Slovenia. We talked about Eurobasket. So I have a couple international themed questions.
Oh, okay.
All right. So 4 of the top 10 players born in Australia, all time, not just for the Mavs. 4 of the top 10 players born in Australia in terms of points scored have played for the Mavericks during their career. Who are they?
Kyrie Irving.
Andrew Bogut.
Yep.
We're counting Kyrie because he was born in
Kyrie
Australia.
was born in Australia. He does count. So that is 2 of them.
Ryan Brokoff.
It shouldn't be Chris Anstey.
It's not.
It's not Dante Exum.
Repeat
It is.
the question?
Dante Exum is one of them.
Oh,
Really?
Top 10 in points scored players from Australia. 4 of them have played for the Mavs. We already have 3.
Okay.
Kyrie, Bogut,
And
Dante.
Exum. Oh, boy.
Oh, it looked like Tanner was about to answer.
Come on, Tanner. You got one?
Joe Ingles was never a Mavs.
Joe Ingles was never a Mav, no.
You got an answer? No? Oh.
The worst thing that could happen is that you get it wrong.
It's not. It was partially a joke answer. It was going to be Ryan Brokoff.
Kevin already said Ryan
Oh,
Brokoff.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm keeping up with the chat.
Yeah,
Josh Green.
Josh Green
Oh,
is the answer.
nice job,
Ronnie in
Ronnie.
the chat getting it.
Ronnie.
Let's go.
I said
Josh Green, 10th all time in points scored by an Australian
it.
player.
Oh, wow. He came in 10th.
All right, let's go. So that's a little south and east of here, or south and west, depending on your POV.
Uh-huh.
Let's go north. All right, north of the border to Canada.
Steve
Okay.
Nash.
No.
Dwight
Dwight.
Powell.
Okay. Let me get to the question.
Roderick Beaubois.
Dwight Powell has the most career points of any player for the Mavericks born in Canada.
Okay.
Who has the second most?
And it's not Steve Nash.
So Steve Nash didn't appear on the B-ball reference list. Was Steve born in Canada or was he born in...
Right, he was born in South Africa.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, repeat the question.
So this is not all time. This is while they were wearing a Mavericks uniform.
Okay.
Dwight Powell has the most career points by a Canadian. Who has the second
Bill
most?
Wennington?
Yes!
Come on!
Please.
It
That
is
is a
Bill
drop.
Wennington, Mark Stein.
That is a drop.
How did
Thank
you pull
very
that
much.
one?
Let's go.
I like international hoops, man.
Dude,
Bill
I'm so
Wennington.
proud of you for
Come
that
on.
one.
Finally made
Bill
up.
Wennington.
I've been trashing this contest lately. Finally did something
NBA
decent.
champion Bill Wennington.
Yep, multi-time NBA
Wow,
champion.
that's right.
All right, now let's return to within the friendly confines of the old U.S. of A.
All right.
Name the 3 American-born players who have scored more than 10,000 points for the Mavericks.
Josh Howard.
No,
More than 10,000 points as a
Maverick.
Because Rowe
Jason
was
Kidd.
not born here.
No. Not Jason Kidd, no.
Mark Aguirre.
Mark Aguirre was one.
Rolando Blackman.
Sam
No.
Perkins.
Ronald Blackman from Panama.
Oh, that's right.
No.
Mark Aguirre. Monte Ellis.
No. 10,000 for the Mavs.
10,000 for the Mavs?
Sean Marion. No.
Jason Terry.
Jason Terry was 9,953. He
Oh.
just missed the cut.
Oh,
is
wow.
unreal.
Okay.
Derek Harper.
Derek Harper.
Okay.
How many more?
Shahid got one of them.
Oh,
Shahid
Jim.
and Lion Star got it in the chat.
Michael Finley?
Michael Finley.
Oh, duh.
Oh, wow.
The
Yeah.
3 American players
How
with
can
at
I
least
not
10,000
get a
points.
Finley question? What is wrong? I just ruined the whole Wennington
He
moment.
was so
No, you
excited.
didn't. No, that
now.
Wennington moment will live on
no,
forever.
I ruined it. If the answer is Michael Finley and I don't get it, I should just leave.
It's fine. I said Rolando Blackman, and
No, but I knew he.
completely
I mean,
messed up.
I
I messed
he's
up.
not born here.
All right, now
Yeah,
let's
I
go
messed up.
slightly south of Canada, but a quick trivia, a quick bit of trivia. This is useful for all of you in your everyday life. The border crossing from Detroit to Windsor is the only place where you go south to get from the U.S. to Canada. So just keep that in mind.
Oh, wow.
Now, in the spirit of Michigan, 8 players from the University of Michigan, which is not my alma mater, but my family loves that
Juwan
college.
Howard.
8 players from the University of Michigan have suited up for the Mavericks. 4 have played more than 100 games for the Mavericks. Can you name those 4?
I just named one of them.
Juwan Howard is one of them.
That's right.
Yes.
Has played more than 100 games as a Maverick.
Yes. And if you guess the other 4, then you're a legend.
Wasn't Hardaway Jr.?
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Oh,
yes.
should've got
Nice,
that one
Tanner,
easily.
nice.
job. I should have got that one easily. Yeah. So THJ, Juwan Howard, University of Michigan. Oh wow.
Why do I remember Sean Respert, but he played at Michigan State? I remember covering Sean Respert.
Trey Burke. Oh, that's a
Trey
good pull.
Burke.
That's a
Trey
good
Burke.
pull, Lion
Yes,
Star.
good job, Lion
Good,
Star. That's
nice
a good
job.
pull.
That's a
Trey
great pull.
Burke.
Don't
Alright,
cheat. You didn't cheat.
There's
did you?
one more that played more than 100 games, and then there's 4 that played fewer than 100 that I don't know that y'all will ever be able to guess. I'm not going to lie.
The other one that played more than 100 games.
I would know one of them. Mozzie Smith. That is a good guess.
Great.
That's a good guess.
That's hilarious.
Taco.
Michigan man. I'm stumped.
Can't even picture.
Yeah.
Would you like a hint?
Yes.
Pre-Dirk.
Oh. Sean Rooks?
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
The correct answer. 3, 2, 1. Roy Tarpley.
Tarpley.
Oh, wow.
That's come
Oh, wow.
on, man.
The 4 that played fewer
Oh,
than
wow.
100. Would you like to guess those, or do you want me to reveal
Just
them?
No,
Just
just
say
reveal
them.
those,
Just
yeah.
say
All right. Tariq Abdul-Wahad.
Okay.
Eric Riley. Loy Vaught. Ryan Vodder's up top. Are you a big Loy Vaught fan?
Yeah, there's. You want me to tell that story?
I don't know if you want to.
Wait, say the last. Who's the
Was,
last?
Oh, and then, of course, Manny Harris. The great Manny Harris.
I know.
Oh, okay.
And that's
Tell
the
the
thing.
story.
Loy Vaught, one of my all-time favorites, and I forgot he had a Mavs stint. So Loy Vaught, I covered him as a Clipper beat writer. Ryan's initials are RV, but Loy Vaught, some of his teammates used to make fun of his speed or lack thereof, and they called him RV instead of LV. So, so when we
Dang,
were,
is that
so
are
when
you
we-
insulting Ryan Vodder?
No, so no. No.
Like, what are you saying about his
No.
speed?
So when we did Pelican shows and staffers would refer to him as RV, I was like, wow, that's Loy Vaught. That's pretty good.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
So no, I was not dissing Ryan.
All right, last one.
He's been good today. I like what you got going on today with these
Thank
trivia questions. He's been
Thank
good.
9 Mavericks.
Oh, wow.
Since at least 1996-97. Okay, that's as far back as play-by-play tracking goes.
Okay.
9 Mavs have hit a buzzer beater to win a game in the regular season. All right, only 3 have hit multiple. Can you name at least the 3 that have hit multiple or all 9?
Dirk.
Maybe Luka.
Dirk and Luka both made multiple. Luka actually made the most with 3.
Damn.
Dirk made 2.
So
the trick question is because the Vince shot was not regular.
That was playoff.
Right. So the rest of these just made 1.
Well, one other guy made 2.
DSJ made 1. I think.
Dennis Smith Jr. did not make 1.
I'm gonna go
Not the
Monte.
buzzer.
I'm gonna
There
go
have been
Monte
guys
Ellis
help us
again.
out with this
Monte
one.
Ellis made 2, yes.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd
Oh,
did
Kyrie,
not.
duh. Kyrie.
Kyrie,
Kyrie,
yep,
yeah,
the lefty
yeah.
Magic.
That's right.
Oh, wait. No.
Dante Exum hit one at the buzzer, but that was to tie.
Tie
that was to
game.
tie.
Dante
Yeah.
Maxie, Sarah in the chat.
Oh,
Maxie
the Lakers game.
against the
That's
Lakers.
right. Against the, oh,
I was so happy for Maxie when he hit that shot.
I was too. That was a great moment for him.
We're missing 4 names.
Dinwiddie. Yeah. Someone
Oh,
else.
Dinwiddie did hit one against the Nets.
Oh, wait. That might have been an OT.
That was at the buzzer, but it didn't show. I wonder if Dinwiddie hit that with 0.1 and not 0. But
the one against on the road against
I'll
the
count
Nets.
that one. Dinwiddie would be 10. That might have been with 0.1 on the clock. I'm just not sure.
Oh, because that one definitely ended that game. Against
Did
Brooklyn.
Stack make one?
Jerry Stackhouse did not make one.
Jamal Mashburn.
Jamal Mashburn did not play here during 1996-97.
Oh, the 96-97. My bad.
Well, I think he was here in 96. They traded him, but yeah.
Put us out of our misery. Tell us the rest.
All right.
Seth Curry's a great guess.
One, how could you not remember Harrison Barnes banking one in the night before Thanksgiving in Memphis at the start of this 2016-7 or maybe
I think I thought that
2017-18
was-
season?
Because I can't remember yesterday.
All right, Harrison Barnes. How could you not remember Darren Williams from the corner against the Kings in a double overtime game? Rondo playing for the Kings trying to trip Darren Williams from the bench. It was enraging.
He tried to trip him from the bench.
Yeah, and it didn't work. Rondo missed that one too.
Damn.
How could you not remember Jason Terry? All right.
I can't believe we didn't say Jet. Yeah, we should have said
And then, Mark, you might need to educate me on this one because I do not remember this one. Eric Strickland
Tricky Strick.
knocking one down. And I remember Eric Strickland. That's one of my first
I'm
favorite
sure it's
players.
a game I covered and I don't remember it. So please tell me the game.
I don't know. I could try and find it real quick, but
What year? I mean,
Eric Strickland tips home a game winner. Ooh, a game-winning tip. I love a game-winning tip in. Let's see. Make sure I play this on mute so that we don't get in trouble.
Oh wow. Who was the game?
Oh,
against?
Ernie Johnson. Oh, it was against the Spurs. I remember this.
at home.
I remember this. Yeah, Dirk airballed a corner 3 to win the game. The Mavs are down 1, and here. The Mavs are down 1. Finley has it on the wing. Dirk pops out to the 3-point line and just overshoots it by like a foot and a half. Eric Strickland is right there at the buzzer, though,
Wow.
and Tim Duncan goes home sad.
Yeah,
and
looking
that,
real
my
sad.
friends, that is a good day as a Mavs fan. Anytime you can beat the Spurs and ruin Tim Duncan's night, you got to do it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking forward to watching Cooper Flagg and Victor Wembanyama for the next decade. Spurs Mavs rivalry renewed.
Every time trivia ends, I'm mad.
Why?
You got Bill Winnington.
You got the Bill Winnington one.
Doesn't even matter.
Oh, come on, Mark. you got. Come on, man. Like, cheer up. Like, cheer up, man.
It was a Michael
we
Finley.
did trivia on a Tuesday.
It was a Michael Finley, and I missed it. Just
But you got Bill.
shambolic.
Mark's been begging us to do trivia on the actual Trivia Tuesday, and now we do it. He pulls a great answer.
I love
and he's
trivia. I mean,
still
this is one
disappointed.
of the best things we've ever done. These questions. Bobby goes into this secret vault of Mavs.
Stathead goodness. So that's the thing though. Like I hang out with my friends and we play a video game. It's like, oh, I love playing this game, and then we both just get so mad whenever we lose. It's like we just have a horrible time for like 2 hours, and then we're like, let's do it again next week. Cool, yeah.
Mavs really 19-3 versus the Spurs the last 5 years. Wow.
We are their
They've
father.
won 19 of the last 22 games against San Antonio.
We are their father.
Woo! I didn't realize the record was that lopsided.
One of the losses was last year without De'Aaron Fox did it to the Mavs.
That
was pretty bad.
He always does
The
it to
other
the
one,
Mavs.
the last time they lost before that was way back in 2023 when
I
Theo
think we should
Pinson put up a triple-double, no turnovers on Easter Sunday.
Wow.
I kind of want to do
Sounds
Trivia
interesting.
Wednesday tomorrow.
Nope, not
Maybe
happening.
we can. I don't know.
Appreciate I got Tanner made us look good.
We
and
need
sound good as
something to talk
always.
about. No one donated. Tomorrow, if y'all donate $100, I'll let you know what I think about PJ, and I'll let you know what I think about Nico.
There you go. That's our National NBA Insider, Mark Stein. That is our Mavericks analyst, Bobby Curl. I'm your host, Kevin Gray. We are DLLS Mavs. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Y'all be good and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.